And that is very important because to the nihilismus, as Nietzsche said, there are in certain way only two issues. One is to try to replace the nihil, the emptiness of heaven, the absence of gods, of sense, of value, etc., by taking all gods, all values, all sense, and again trying to boucher les trous.
To stuff, well, how do you say, to fill the holes.
To fill the holes. Which is, which is already, all the day, no, not already, but yes, already all the day done, and perhaps I would say the whole story of the 20th century will one day appear as the story of a civilization desperately seeking to fill their hole, as a value, something more. This is what we was talking about in the class, speaking of what Bergson calls the supplément d'âme, a supplementary soul. Bergson said, this world needs a supplementary soul. But a supplementary soul, a soul cannot be supplementary, he would say. Okay. Then either there is this way which is desperate, or of course there is the nihilistic way, that is the destroy, exactly, the destroying way, the way of the people who call them destroy, or who did call themselves destroy, was literally the nihilist. And the third and quite different way is perhaps precisely to understand how the nothing is not a thing.
I'd like to part two. In the interview in you talk about.
Could you speak louder, please?
I'm sorry. The failure of the hippie movement, and one of the things that you posit as a possibility for that failure is their failure to reinscribe love. Is this a possibility? Is this reinscription a possibility that they missed?
This is about, and this would allow you to talk about the difference, say, between community and politics in a certain way, which is in an interview that she's pointing to, to say very quickly, the so-called hippie, so-called movement in America, which was at one point moving under the signifier of love. And so we were talking about
love and peace.
Love and peace, but community.
Make love, not wars.
Yeah, all of that.
Yes.
Yeah, politics.
Kind of lives there.
So I don't know if.
And you say they have failed to re-establish love. Now, yes, precisely as you said, this could be a way of speaking about community and politics, because I think it cannot be a politics of love. Because if love is what I tried to say, it excludes something that politics implies, that is a certain fulfillment, I can say that?
Fulfillment,
So the space of politics shall be fulfilled, totally organized, which doesn't mean totalitarian, but it has to be an to say the most simple, it has to be the law. And here we could say that the law is like what I call here a fulfillment, or a closed space. Precisely with love, what I said, it can be said in another way by saying the law of love. This is a very Christian expression, the law of love. The law of love is only a law in the extent that there is precisely no law, or that there is no closure of the law, or as it is said again not in the Gospel but in Paul, love is the achievement of law. Love, the achievement of law, which means that love is beyond law, or that the law of love is the law commanding and indicating something beyond law, which means in an openness which remains open. Then that's for me a reason to think that community is one thing, politics is another thing. Of course, politics belongs to community, but politics is not everything. And this is the reason for what I told to Wolfgang that I wanted, or I was ready to speak to say a word about that, because this is a point I am making a self-critique. When I wrote about community, a little in the book entitled The Inoperative Community, and very more explicitly in a small book which is not translated as a book in English, but only my part of the book, because it's a book with my friend Jean-Christophe Bailly, is published as an article in America. We take the subtitle, the title of the book is Comparison, no? Comparison? Yeah. Yes. And the subtitle, we take Coming Politics. But now I think this subtitle is a lie. There is no politics in this book. There is there is nothing which would open a way to think about the law, about institution, about state, about all those dispiriting things you was talking about, but all the things we need. And we need to, at the same time, to use them, to criticize them, to change, to transform them. But if politics is taken as equal, coextensive, and homogeneous to community, then we have to say that we are very quickly in the totalitarianism, because we say everything is political. And if everything is political, I mean is directly ontologically political, that means very simply everything belongs to law. So I can make a law about everything, about food, about art, about love. I mean, this was about predilection, And there is a very ancient and not by chance quasi-originary model for that in the Western tradition. This is in Plato. The politics of Plato. It is often been said that the politics of Plato is quite totalitarian, because Plato says, yes, the law can and must say which man has to be married with which woman, which child has to be saved, which to be thrown, how you have to educate, etc., etc., everything. Why? Because the politics of Plato is a politics which is thought as founded on something, namely on an ontology, a theology, etc.